moved by his actions. What are the consequences for public education, and is this a fight Democrats can take on?
Well, first, let me just start by, I was a longtime teacher and educator before I got to Congress. I did about 10 years in the classroom. This is, in my opinion, might be the most horrific thing that Donald Trump and Elon Musk have actually done. What people don't understand is that the Department of Education is the single largest supporter for families and who have children with disabilities in America's classrooms. These are largely federally funded programs. These are not generally fully funded by states. And so to eliminate the Department of Education, for Trump to say, well, we're just going to send the money to the states, one, is a flat out lie. And two, especially red states in conservative areas, they're going to send those resources to private schools that don't actually provide any classroom experience or support or inclusion programs for children with disabilities. And so this is an attack, yes, on families, on students, on teachers, but it is a horrifically shameful moment that the president wants to hurt children with distinct needs, that they need also education to be included in our education system. They're the biggest losers in this. And I think we should all be protesting in the streets about this and be incredibly angry and letting Republicans know that they have enabled this kind of action against America's families.
Listen, let's drill down a little further, because Trump announced that the department's most vital operations, including administering federal student loans and programs, to your point, serving low-income students and those with disabilities, they will move to other federal agencies. So here's some of what he said about it yesterday.
I do want to say that I've decided that the SBA, the Small Business Administration, headed by Kelly Loeffler, is a terrific person, will handle all of the student loan portfolio. We have a portfolio that's very large, lots of loans, tens of thousands of loans, pretty complicated deal. And that's coming out of the Department of Education immediately, and it's going to be headed up by Kelly Loeffler at SBA, and they're all set for it.
Point of edification here, the Education Department manages student loans for about 43 million borrowers, not tens of thousands, as the president said. So school nutrition and programs for special needs students, that's going to fall now under Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at the Department of Health and Human Services. Do you, Congressman, have any concerns about disruption or efficiency for any of these issues?
Well, first, the president is an idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to what the Department of Education actually does and the support that it provides students, former students who are on loans, who are trying to repay back what the government was able to support them in their education. He has no idea the impact to, again, families with disabilities. The idea that Robert F. Kennedy is going to actually be in charge of health and wellness and food service for America's children in our schools is crazy. This man is a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist who doesn't even believe in vaccinations. We're seeing what happens with measles right now in places like Texas and across the country. And so, look, as a teacher, I join educators and teachers across this country in being outraged and infuriated about what's happening, especially with the Department of Education, as Republicans sit by and do absolutely nothing. And that's what's shameful.
Let me get your response to the president calling for the impeachment of U.S. District Court Judge, Chief Judge, that is, James Brosberg, amid the standoff between the administration and the court after the government did not comply with Brosberg's order to halt deportation flights of alleged Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador. Now, Brosberg has been skeptical over the administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act of 1790.